Welcome back, Magic Family. We are gathered here today to celebrate this 12/12 portal. And if you could all take a minute, please, and sign in the chat box. I have a special something for all of you that I'm saving for the end. So, how are all of you? Take a moment to let me know how everything's going. What kind of ascension symptoms are you having? Questions that you have? Because this is going to be, well, we're going to be together for a little while today. At exactly 12:12, we will all take a collective moment to make a collective wish for the highest good of all. Until then, please take a moment to follow my instructions, and if you're able to, that is, answer my questions in the chat. And I am going to take a second. We're going to start this off by pulling a card out of the Woman Runes deck by Bridget's Grove. Molly Reamer and Mark Reamer are the creators of that. It is a card deck that is created originally from the Shekinah Mountain Water rune set. Let me take a second and remember what the heck I did with them. All right, there they are right there. Although the other question is, where is the book? Give me a second. Okay, on second thought, scratch that. We're going to choose a different deck, and I'm going to hope that my book pops back up. I don't know where the heck it went. Oh, that's okay. The universe knows. It'll find it for me. Instead, how about we pick a cup out of the Wild Unknown deck by Kim Kronz. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Angelfish. Ooh. And we do have movement. All right. So, our first card out is the Chariot. This is one of my favorite cards out of this deck. So, as you see on this gallant steed's forehead is branded a crescent moon, right? But behind it is the full moon, right? This is us charging ahead with our intentions. I hope all of you have a pen and paper handy, because while we're waiting for 12/12, we are going to write down our intentions. And later on today, I'm going to have you go out and bury them in your backyards or in a flower pot, preferably with a seed that'll sprout. Hello, Nara. It's good to see you. So, Chariot. Why don't you get a good look at this card? Okay. So, let's see what Kim Kronz has to say about the Chariot. She has a pretty awesome story too. If you guys ever want to go look it up. She created this deck as a means to deal with her anxiety and depression, and I have to say she did a pretty phenomenal job. So, our first message from Source is: the Chariot is your confidence, your will, and your inner warrior. At points in your life when you felt the bliss of achievement or triumph, you were riding on his back. Build a relationship with this part of yourself again. Try to see the Chariot inside you. The more focused your mind is, the easier it will be to sense his presence and stay mounted on his back. With a fixed gaze and sure footing, you'll be headed toward all you dream of. And in a way, the Chariot represents our masculine half of ourselves too, as well. The part of us that takes action and charges forward, right? So I think that's a great way to start this off, because right now we are closing out a cycle where we used to have to do something in order to get something, right? We're changing out that old paradigm for something new, right? We're switching from a more masculine dominated matrix to a more feminine dominated matrix, or really, if we're really lucky, one that's completely balanced in the middle, which I think is ultimately what all of us are trying to shoot for. Welcome, Sue. Make sure I didn't miss anybody in the chat. Okay, I didn't. So honestly, I think that's a great way to start off this whole thing, is with this Chariot card. It's also the card that represents the zodiac sign of Cancer too. So it's about us being in touch with our feelings and our emotions and our families and things like that, and building out of something that may or may not have been handed to you exactly the way it was supposed to be, but now that you're taking it apart, it's starting to fall together the way that it should, right? Because we all know before massive growth must come massive change, right? Sometimes in the form of massive destruction. See what time it is. Okay, we got 3 more minutes for you guys, or well, 2 more minutes for you guys to write your intentions before we make our collective wish, okay? So, I think the best way for us to begin harnessing that, though, is just by realizing that we have a choice in all of this, and we don't have to just keep choosing what's handed to us. We can make a choice for something different. Hello, Gingy. Because astrologically speaking, we're not only closing out this decade right now, but we're also closing out a cycle that started in the early 80s with Saturn and Pluto in conjunction, and now we're hello, Merlin, welcome, and we're trying to close out that 37-year cycle too as well. So those of you who had highly traumatic things happen to you in your childhood, you may be starting to purge out those emotions too as well. So if you're having a lot of emo moments and times where you are feeling things that you have no idea where they came from, and you're, especially when you're by yourself, because when you're with other people, it's really easy to pick up on other people's bullshit right now. And the more aware and awake you become, the more you're going to have to kind of learn how to shield yourself and from a spiritual standpoint, go, not my monkeys, not my circus. You have to deal with your shit. I can help you if you ask, but I can't deal with it for you. And we're really stepping out of that whole cycle. All right, guys. So it's 12:12. Thank you, Angelfish, for reminding me. We're going to take 1 second, and I hope all of you guys have got your intentions written down. I just want you to literally crumple them up into tiny balls. Okay. We're going to set this and forget it. All right. So let's all take a big deep breath and say, thank you, universe, for leading me through these fearful moments so that I could know what is going to work for me instead of what doesn't work for me, right? We are now going to step into the intention in this coming 10-day cycle between now and the solstice on 12/21 of closure and completion and letting go of the things that we should be surrendering so that we can clear the way for the things that are coming in 2020, right? Thank you, universe, for leading us to the highest good of all, for all. As we will it, so it is. Amen. Right? Now, if any of you have candles, please try to keep them lit for the vast majority of today, and make sure you snuff them properly before you go to bed tonight. As you start to embody the reality of the fact that we're working for the highest good of all and not just ourselves by working on ourselves, right? Because what you do for yourself, you do for another as well, right? If you don't need to be fixed, then you free the way for someone else to fix themselves too. And in that way, we create the paradigm that we want. Yeah, it may not happen as quickly as we would like, but part of being human is learning patience and that all things manifest in divine timing. And we don't always know what's best, right? It's part of the whole surrendering process. So let's get another card from Kim Kranz. And then I'm going to kind of go through my notes and we're going to discuss this whole full moon and 12/12 and Saturn thing. I've read so much stuff lately, I actually had to take down notes because there's just so much going on. Oh, let me grab two. Okay, so we got the Six of Wands. Sorry. So this is us setting down our need to do and realizing, the universe has our back, right? It's kind of like seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, so to speak. Realizing that it's you on the other side with a flashlight. And the Five of Cups. So, a very clear choice. We can stay here at this 5 and continue to not focus on what we're being given. Or we can set those burdens down and run away from them full speed, right? Because they're no longer helping us but hindering us. Let's see what the bottom of this deck is. And if we can do that, what shows up with the world? And it's 21. So the solstice is really going to have a lot to do with this. This time period between now and the solstice on the 21st is going to be of epic proportions, and you're going to have to stay very, very aware of what it is that you're putting out to the universe. Because remember, if you're feeling it, you're vibrating it. And that's what you're calling in. We're just big, giant magnets, right? So the world Let's read that one. So, the world is the final card in the journey of the major arcana in the tarot deck. It signifies completion, harmony, and contentment. It's rare to experience this energy as we are usually consumed by wanting, needing, and achieving. So when this card appears, contemplate for a moment the idea of being whole. Focus on the image on the card. Close your eyes and envision this radiating energy inside you. What does it feel like? Where is it located? What blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day of your life? And how can we help you learn to let it go? That's really what this is about, right? Setting down that one thing that you keep beating yourself up about for doing or not doing. You'll learn something, right? That you'll either do it next time or you won't. It's a very clear lesson in what works and what doesn't, which is really the whole object of contrast to begin with, right? So, make sure I didn't miss anything in the chat. Okay. So, I still don't know what the heck I did with my book. Oh, the amazing disappearing book. It's somewhere. While we're waiting for it to appear. All right. So, as far as my notes go. So right now, we need to be focusing on our own personal deeper truth. Are you solid in what you believe? And are you being true to it in your life as you're living it, right? I have become extremely complacent lately and have stopped a lot of the things that I preach. And I think it's time I start practicing a lot of them again, right? We have some really big changes coming in 2020 for us, so I kind of need to get off my ass and stop hibernating. So I know that a lot of other people are feeling that energy too as well. This full moon in Gemini was facing Sagittarius, which means that it was kind of fiery, right? I know a lot of people were going through some pretty deep shit. And this is literally opening a portal to all of us having the choice to choose something new, right? But in order for that to happen, there had to be a lot of disclosure, and we had to find out about a lot of things that we knew about, but we didn't really want to acknowledge. And now they're kind of brought right in our faces, and we have no choice but to go, yeah, all right, I did that. But now how can I fix it, right? How can I make it so it works instead of continuing to go through this pattern of it not working? And that's kind of what this whole astrological process is letting us do right now. It's like hitting a big giant reset button, and we're getting to make another choice. And it's kind of scary, you know? That's why you have butterflies in your stomach all the time, and you know something's going to happen, but you don't really know what it is. It's like knowing that you have something really huge coming on your birthday because everybody's been telling you, oh my God, I know what you're getting, and it's the most amazing thing ever. And then your birthday coming along, and you're in such an anxiety ball because you know it's going to be epic, but you still don't know what it is. And then once you finally know, it's such a freaking relief that you don't know why you were ever anxious about it to begin with, because it's something you've been asking for a really, really long time, right? So this is not only a 12/12 portal, though. It is it's actually 5 12ths in a row. It is the 12th month, the 12th day, and in some places, in all places, the 12th year, because 2009 breaks down to a 12, right? It's also the 12th hour if you're on the East Coast, and the 12th minute. That's a lot of 12s. We know 12s break down to 3, right? So if a lot of you have been seeing a lot of 3s lately, that's why. It's telling us that we have this creationary cycle coming. We're being given the opportunity to create instead of react. But the question is, what are you choosing? Because you can still make the choice to react by not making a choice. So how are you stepping up for yourself? How are you going to step up for yourself more tomorrow and the next day and the day after that? And sometimes that's going to mean putting your money where your mouth is. By the way, thank you all for showing up for yourselves by putting your money where your mouth was, even though it was just $5. Right? You would be surprised what tiny choices can open the doorway to. That's part of what this portal is all about, right? The acknowledgement that you are something more. But how much more is up to you. So, well, hello in London. How exciting. Okay, so, pardon me. The most important thing for this portal, though, is it's going to be activating a lot of people's Merkabas, or their light bodies, all right? And this just helps us interact more on a more collectively conscious level. You'll find it a little bit easier to intuit and telepath things that people need and want from you, right? Following the breadcrumb trail is going to be getting a little bit easier if it has not already. Some of us were getting glimpses of that last week when the synchronicities were getting kind of deep. I don't know if any of you were having that happen, but I definitely was. And I was definitely getting a really good example of when I was in the zone and when I was not. So we're getting that huge contrast right now about the fact that we create what we choose. And if I said my day was shit, well, it was shit. And if I said it was going to be the best day ever, something crazy would happen. And I mean crazy in a good way. So let's get a card from Esther Hicks about what kind of new abundance we can start concentrating on. Okay. Ooh, I like it. So we get to 40. I can set my own standards for financial well-being, right? I like that. So a little step up. So we're being given an example of what we are going to be working towards with this 3 cycle into the 4, right? So It says, once you are able to achieve and consistently maintain your personal alignment, a great deal of money will flow into your experience, if that is your desire. Do not let others set the standards about how much money you should have or about what you should do with it, for you are the only one who could ever accurately define that. Come into alignment with who you really are and allow those things to flow into your experience that life has helped you know that you want, right? Love that. Oh my goodness. Dropping stuff. Okay. Let's get one more. First, though, one of my favorite things about the lesson of the number 3, which is ultimately what we're working with here, is the fact that it emphasizes our own personal divine connection, which is really what this whole last year has been about, is about us becoming more in alignment with our own personal sense of power, right? So ultimately, the message from this year going into next year is going to be about us using our gifts to help others who have not reached the level we have yet, because 2020 is going to be the biggest mass awakening in history. And a lot of people who have not yet woken up are going to be starting to go through their own dark night and have to start facing their own demons. And those of us who have already done that work can make it a whole lot easier by recognizing the signs and symptoms and giving them reasons to hope and not sink into the rabbit hole, you know? Because ultimately we were given all of these gifts to assist humanity, right? Through our own humanness. Okay, so, ooh, I like this one. 38 on 11, too. The better my story gets, the better my story gets, right? What story are you telling yourself, right? This was what about this is what setting our intentions was really about. Choosing who and what you are and what you want to be in the future. But knowing that the only part that really matters is right now. Because right now is what's creating the future. Your decision in every moment builds your tomorrow. So, begin telling the story of your desire and then add to it the details of the positive aspects that you can find that match those desires. And then embellish your positive expectation by speculating with your good feeling. Wouldn't it be nice if? And then fill in the blank. You can say things like, only good things come to me and I'll figure it out as I go along. And every time you tell your better feeling story, you will feel better and the details of your life will improve. The better it gets. The better it gets, right? Because all our wants and needs are met above and beyond our greatest expectations, right? Because we are safe, loved, and protected, always, in all ways. So, be the divine creator that you are, and stop listening to other people poo-pooing on your party. Hello, Dorotha. It's good to see you. Oh, there it is. And our last, oh shit, we get another 11. But this time it's the 56. Shortages of time or money are perceptual, right? They are, indeed, because we know what? Lack is an illusion, and fear is false evidence appearing real. So, if you are feeling a shortage of time or money, your best effort would be to focus upon better feeling thoughts and do more things that make you feel good. Your time is a perceptual thing, and even though the clock is ticking the same for everyone, Your alignment affects your perceptions as well as the results that you allow. So, as you observe the enormous differences in the effort that people apply and the results they achieve, you have to conclude that there is more to the equation of achieving than action alone. Indeed. Indeed, there is. So, there you have it, right? What you focus on is what will grow. So, we need to start focusing on things that we want to grow, right? Like, all our wants and needs are coming to us. We're just big giant magnets. And our only job is to be happy in every moment, no matter what that moment is providing to us. Because even the lessons can be looked back on with laughter in most cases. Because we can go, man, if I would have just listened to myself the first time, I could have saved myself a whole shit ton of embarrassment. But hey, it was a really good example of what doesn't work for me. And also, what doesn't work for me may work for someone else. So there's no room for being a judger either. Because judge not lest thou be judged, right? Lie, and you'll be lied to. Steal, you'll have things stolen from you. That's how karma works. So we're clearing out all that old baggage right now, all those things that we may not have completely accounted for, including in our past lives as well, right? So let's jump over to the Sacred Path Oracle, and we'll read something out of there. At least I can find that book. I still don't know what that guy did with that dang book. Oh well. All right. So ultimately, though, the removal of all of this excess bullshit is just giving us the ability to continue to vibrate higher. And as we vibrate higher, we will continue to connect with people who can help us vibrate even higher than that. And that is how we continue the cycle, right? So, our message from the Sacred Path Oracle, we actually got two, one fell out, is the Stone People. Ooh, and they will be very important. So, records and knowing received, right? You'd be surprised how much knowledge is embodied in a rock. And 3, Vision Quest. Ultimately, that is what we're all going on right now, in a figurative sense, right? A seek and find mission of the highest order. So, let's see. Okay, sit down. 3. If I'm missing your comments and chats, you guys, I'm super sorry because it's really hard to keep up because it's going by so fast. Okay, so we're going to read the Vision Quest first because it has a super awesome teaching, okay? Let me get a drink again. I kind of am battling a bit of a sore throat, guys, so just bear with me. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this picture very well. There we go. Oh, that's a little better. Angle up from the light. Okay. So the poem says, high upon sacred mountain with unrestricted view, the clarity of vision comes to us anew. Direction with purpose, great mystery will bring, strong medicine allies to grace our medicine dreams. right? I love that. So, the vision quest is one of the oldest tools used by tribal people to seek direction for life. Under the guidance of a medicine person, the seeker is sent to a remote location to fast and pray for 3 to 4 days. And the result of this activity, which is called going on the hill by the Sioux, is a fuller understanding of your place or pathway in the world. In other words, our confrontation with our own personal dark night of the soul. We all must go on that quest, right? Great Mystery gives the sacred medicine helpers permission to come in vision form to the person who is vision questing. The spirit of the animal, tree, stone, moon, stars, or ancestor who appears will be an ally or guide during that seeker's earth walk and will protect that person's sacred path. Another aspect of the vision involves harnessing the energy presented to the seeker in the form of personal talents. If these gifts are used properly, they may allow a new type of growth potential throughout the seeker's life. The path that should be followed to develop these talents may also be revealed during the vision quest. That's why I always harp on following the breadcrumb trails, no matter how weird they are. So he goes on to tell about his first vision quest and what happened. And vision quests are one tool used by those seeking direction in life. And every time anyone seeks the silence of a balanced heart, the intuitive process can allow the truth to come forward, which is ultimately what our goal here is, right? Truth is the final destination of any seeker's path. And when the truth is found inside of the self, there is no need to look further. Since we two-leggeds are here to grow and experience the good red road, we find that the path changes many times and can include many shifts in perception. The vision created from truth is the heart's desire to walk in beauty. A vision created from the need to control others or from greed is based in lies about the natural order of creation. A vision of the sacred path is always clear. Every aspect of life and every state of awareness is accessible to those who seek the serenity of the silence. It's not necessary to go on vision quest once this natural balance has been achieved within the self. The original purpose of vision quest was to assist the seeker in finding a way to contact the state of inner knowing, so truth would be present in that person's life every moment. Learning how to stop the world at will is a talent that comes through working on the self. The more a person is connected to the Earth Mother and Great Mystery, the easier this balance becomes. It's not a good idea for anyone to try to do a vision quest without guidance from a trained medicine person. Each person lives a vision quest on a daily basis, though, and the key is to be aware of it, to seek the signs and omens that allow humans to make proper decisions, then act upon those signs, is a part of the quest for life. On the physical journey, the good red road affords the seeker hundreds of lessons that lead to inner knowing. The goal is to reach that place of inner serenity so that the inner world is equal to the outer world. And when the two worlds are one, we become the living dream. The practical application of the Vision Quest card says, the Vision Quest card speaks of a time of new directions or strengthening of the present path based on personal truth. Sometimes to find this truth, it's necessary to enter the silence and remove personal confusion. In other instances, it is necessary to actually go on a vision quest. Excuse the noise. This card tells you that the course of your life needs to be clarified through vision. It's now time to ask for assistance from the allies and/or your ancestors so that your choices will be reinforced with their wisdom and assistance as well. Seeking your personal answers, though, is the keynote. Trusting those feelings and following them with action is the way to find the truth. And to accomplish this, you must release confusion and doubt. Then proceed by allowing your truth to emerge. But remember, in seeking, you are asking for answers. Be willing to accept and recognize the truth when it comes to you. Recognition and acceptance always precede inner knowing, which is where the Stone People card comes in, right? Inner knowing. It's also 12. Another 3. Surprise, surprise. So, the Stone People card, I'm not going to read the whole thing. I'm just going to read the application. Just because it's really, really long. So, the application of the Stone People card says, the Stone People mark a time in which knowing will be revealed to you. Your personal records are held by these libraries of rock. Childhood memories may return and allow you to piece together a part of your personal puzzle. Memories of past lives or deja vu could bring new awareness. Whatever the case, you are now in a position to know where you came from and where you're going. A stone person can assist you in focusing your intent, dispelling confusion, changing habits, retrieving records from long ago, or getting grounded. Allow these teachers to become your allies and discover a new world. Listen to the whispers of the mineral kingdom, and your heart will know. In all cases, the Stone People card asks you to open your mind because new understanding is coming your way. This knowledge is based on earth, records, and may change the way in which you view life. These ancient friends are the oldest children of earth and only ask us to stop and listen, right? Well, we can take that moment to concentrate on that connection, right? With anything, whether it be rock, tree, animal, plant, anything of the earth. Because believe it or not, they're more conscious than we are. Because they don't necessarily have that added polarity. We need the contrast to learn what works and what doesn't. They already know what works. Sometimes by watching them, you can get really good examples on the way you should go on the good red road, right? Okay. Oh, that's funny that your mom also had a visit from your grandma, Angel. I love it. So, just take a big deep breath, everybody, and know just by acknowledging where you are right now, not where you want to be, but where you are right now as being a gift is going to be the hugest key to stepping into this next cycle. Are the cars driving by really loud on your guys' end, or is it just me? If it is, I can shut the window. Let me know. I didn't miss anybody coming in, did I? Okay. Nope, we're good. All right. So let's see what's on the bottom of this deck really quick. Ooh, the South Shield card. Interesting. Another Innocence and Inner Child card. Didn't we get this morning? Right? I'm pretty sure I pulled this card this morning. Well, it wasn't in this deck. It was Innocence out of another deck. Let's read this application really fast. Another 9. So 3s and 9s are very prominent right now. Holy crap. and any denomination of 3 for that matter. Okay, so the Self Shield card marks a time of returning to the childlike parts of self that need no support from the ego. So, right, there it is, us dropping that baggage that we picked up, which is actually what our ego is, and returning to that childlike center, the knowledge of who and what we are, right? Like it. Nice. So, look at how you can be humble in the present situation. Balance work with play and sacredness with irreverence. In other words, you'll need to lighten up and drop the uptight parts of self before you can continue. This may be a time to get some physical exercise to loosen up tight muscles, or to laugh to loosen up your sophisticated garbage. Stop holding on so tight and remember how to trust. How can you trust anything or anyone when the image in the mirror is not really you? Ooh. Universe is pulling no punches today, guys. So, in all cases, the South Shield card insists that the child within is trying to to teach you something about how to handle the situation. Listening and trusting the little tyke might restore some of the lost magic of your life. Remember, playfulness heals a world of woes. The more serious you take the game, the less chance any of us have of winning. Well, fuck me running. We got the playfulness card this morning too, didn't we? We are taking ourselves a little bit too seriously, I think, folks, and I believe 2020 is going to be giving us a massive lesson in how to take a joke. I love it. So, you want to know what's funnier than that? The card underneath the South Shield card is 36, which is about usable energy. The Thunder Beings. And another freaking 9. Oh my goodness. So, let's switch to what's in this one. Ooh, the universe has your back. I like it. Funny that you just said universe, Angel. This shit happens all the time. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. If you have to ask, you're already forgiving that it was already given to you. Ooh, we had one fall out. We'll look at that one first. And then I have this other one too in my hand. My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. Yes, they are. Energy flows where my intention goes. What are you focusing on? Right? 2 full moons in both those cards. I like it. And my fearless freedom lights up the world. So the second you can open that cage door and step out into the world and acknowledge who and what you are, which is a divine creation of love, watch how quickly shit changes. Because I choose love no matter what. Right? The dogs aren't happy that I locked them out, so just ignore the whining. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Okay, this is something I wanted to talk about. When we keep hitting the same roadblock, it's because the universe is trying to get us to turn the other way and look at an option we have not yet looked at, right? Because we either thought it was out of our reach or something else. Give me just 1 second. He's a silly pup. It's like he just needs a reminder that I'm still here sometimes. Kind of what the universe is trying to tell you with your obstacles, right? Hey, still here. Watched out for you. Why do you keep trying to go that way? And next. My capacity to tune into the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. All your wants and needs are met above and beyond your greatest expectation because you are safe, loved, and protected always, in all ways. Remember it. And yes, that is Locket. Okay, 2 more. Pardon me. My happiness is a direct reflection of my level of faith in the universe. In any moment, I can surrender to the powerful presence of love through prayer, contemplation, and stillness, right? And at the bottom of the deck, through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world, right? Because what you focus on grows. Especially when you're focusing on it with a whole bunch of other people, right? Hence, group intention setting ceremonies. Things work better in groups. Not that it's solitary work, it doesn't work, but, you know, things are usually more fun with your friends. All right, let's... We'll save those for a second. Not quite ready to pull the affirmators out yet. Ooh, I know. Let's get a Nature's Whisper Oracle card by Angela Hartfield, Josephine Wall. These have epic artistry. Okay, that's not right. That one, okay. Hello, beautiful. Ooh, another 40. Show your support. I like that. I think we got 40 this morning, too. Or did I pull that just now? Oh, it was from this morning. And a lot of the same numbers we did this morning. Okay. Show your support, huh? For me, this is always about showing support, not necessarily to others, but support of yourself. Well, let's see what Angela has to say about it. Okay. And I was kind of right. So take time to encourage a colleague, coworker, family member, or a friend. Be a strong shoulder or willing volunteer to run errands. Provide a safe space for another's concerns and feelings to be discussed, and be a good listener. Jump in on providing extra time. Sponsor someone else's work. Share in someone's success. All of nature continually shows us the value in creating a strong network. The trees provide shelter and support for many different inhabitants. We are a community, and when we support each other, everyone gains. Ooh, that is the name of the game here at Magic Tribe, is it not? When we support each other, everyone gains. People always ask me, why do you always share other people's stuff so much instead of just your own? Because this is a community. This isn't just, the Nina show. I like to promote all of you as well. That's why everybody who has a channel is listed on my channel. All right. And the bottom of the deck this time. Ooh, I love this card. Perfect setting. And another 9. Son of a bitch. All right, another 9. So, Magic Tribe. If you have a goal or vision, be sure to provide the right surroundings for that dream to flourish. Positive self-talk, affirmations, being kind to yourself, celebrating your talents and successes. All of these create fertile soil for your dreams to take root and grow. Sometimes when you push too hard, it can hinder the harmonious unfolding of your journey. Trust the process, relax, and allow nature to take its course. Belief and positive support is needed to accomplish your goal. Keep in mind, nature makes growing and blossoming look effortless, but the secret is in all the details. Position, sun, soil, air, water, and nourishment. Make sure you are taking the steps necessary to attain your perfect environment by creating it yourself. And stop waiting for the universe to do it for you. Digging it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Boy, we have a pile of cards over here. All right. Dropping them off the desk. Okay. Let's get a note about our family relationships really quick. From the Affirmators deck. Excuse me, Peaches. All right. Our note on our family relationships are roots. Ooh, I like that. And the little things. So how can we further our family relationships better? By remembering where we came from, for better or for worse, and that we're grateful for the person that we've become, either because of or despite that upbringing. And as we move through life, we keep growing and changing. But we can't marvel at the magnitude of our journey without reflecting on where it all began, right? Which is what we're doing right now. And then we're letting it go. We're reflecting on the things that made us who we are now. And then we're saying, all right, that's the end of that. And we're moving on. Because the little things today, we're thankful for all the little moments that cheer us up or make us feel loved and lucky, like being here together right now. Big milestones matter, but it's also the little in-between things that remind us how important family is. We never know where these moments will pop up, but they always seem to know how to find us. Right? The bottom of the family deck. A bonus card. I love it. It's a love card. So, Magic Family, this card has arrived to remind us that we are so loved by so many people, whether you feel that on the surface or not. Family members might not always be good at expressing their love, especially ironically, the ones we're closest to. But you are absolutely, undeniably irreplaceable to them. If you want to test this, go ahead. Replace yourself with a wax replica and see how they fare without you. Then enjoy the love they shower you with upon your return. Sometimes distance does make the heart grow fonder. And if you feel a little taken advantage of, maybe you just need to take a little bit of a break. It's a good reminder. I like that. All right. Let's dive into the Earth Magic Oracle by Stephen D. Farmer. Actually, let's get a Divine Wisdom. Let's get a few Divine Wisdom cards by Neil Donald Walsh. What is our biggest message from Source? Ooh, we get two. Waterfall. I like it. It says, masters are those who have chosen only love in every instant, in every moment, and in every circumstance. Even as they were being killed, they loved their murderers, and even as they were being persecuted, they loved their oppressors. Right? It's a good reminder out of the book. Because, remember you this, that which you condemn will condemn you, and that which you judge, you will one day become. So rather seek to change those things, or support others who are changing those things, which no longer reflect your highest sense of who you are. I believe I said that in the beginning, didn't I? Just in not so many words. Interesting. And the bottom of the deck, one of my very favorite reminders out of this whole thing. Hell is the opposite of joy. It is unfulfillment. It's knowing who and what you are and failing to experience that. It is being less. That is hell. And there is none greater for your soul. But hell does not exist as a place you have fantasized. You live it every day in your mind by choice or by choosing fear. The illusion is hell. Right? And the truth is heaven. And that is how we bring it to earth, by embodying it in ourselves. And then shedding that light on everything we touch. Epic. Okay, now let's get an Earth Magic card. I'm going to move this before it falls. There we go. Oh my goodness. All my stuff's falling out now. All right. Where's the book? Here it is. Okay. Let's see what Stephen D. Farmer has to say. Ooh, that's it. Okay. We need to get grounded. The keynote card for this whole deck. I think we all know what that means, right? Let's get one more. Ooh, volatility. So, if we do not deal with these things, what happens? Pressure builds and builds and builds and builds until we can no longer contain it on our own. Correct? And then what happens? You fucking explode all over the place for no freaking reason, and then you have to try to explain it, right? No fun. And waterfall, effortless. And this is the one we're going to read because I want you guys to get the message of this card in particular as we are going into this next decade. And next part of our existence too, for that matter. Okay, so the message for the waterfall card, effortless. Water naturally flows from higher to lower ground, eventually finding its way to the ocean. And one of nature's most exquisite and dynamic demonstrations of this fact is the waterfall. Graceful, powerful, and effortless, She can take our breath away with her cascading beauty. She readily flows around that which may otherwise impede. She's extremely patient, persistent, and skillful in the way she ever so gradually shapes and carves her passageways down the slope of the mountain. Note how the waterfall forms ribbons that accord with the artistry of the stone faces she descends, joining the calmer pool for a rest before she continues her journey. There is no strain or stress in this movement. The water simply follows natural law in the interaction between the formations of the precipice that she traverses and the powerful fluidity and adaptability of her flow. Effortless. You have come to the edge of your comfort zone, my friends, and find yourself fighting to resist moving past that perceived precipice of who you are, how you can be, or what you can do. Spirit is asking you now to step beyond the edge and allow yourself to do so with ease rather than struggle. Yes, at times physical exertion is necessary, but when performed with fluidity and grace, even when the task seems daunting, you'll find that the movement moves you effortlessly. Approach the present situation or relationship with awareness and grace. Do not try to make it effortless. That just creates more strain. The key word here is to allow. This is not a time to fight, but to surrender to the will of Spirit. Even if you're being asked to let go completely and tumble into the brink of creation itself, you will find the water is there to be ultimately still and calm. Keep your focus on your solar plexus and your breath, breathing through any tension, relaxing and yielding to the movement that is occurring at any given moment makes your life effortless. In our resistance, we find our pain, right? So why do we keep creating more of it for ourselves? And how can we stop that? The bottom of this deck is the Ancestors card. Generations. We can do what generations before us have done. Write it down and let it go. Bury it, burn it. It doesn't matter. But let it out. If you cannot physically say the words, write them down and let it go. And in that way, you free yourself of your own self-imposed cage. Because only you can fight forest fire, Smokey. Let's get one out of the Crystal Unicorn deck. Karma's getting ready to fall in the box over here. You're welcome, angelfish. It is indeed your favorite. You had a card fall out on the floor. Alright. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. The Two of Pentacles. The Two of Coins. Embodying contrast. What works and what doesn't. Watching your ships come in. Because you finally see the big perspective. Congratulations. Recognition is the first key. And I believe it's citrine on this card. That's a good stone to work with. It's either citrine or topaz. I'm not sure which. Oh my goodness. Okay, hold on. Drop it all. And we get the Four of Pentacles next. So, even though we have it all, we still seem to be waiting for the other shoe to drop. We need to fucking stop that. Stop expecting everything that's given to you to be taken away, or it will be. What you focus on grows. All right. Ooh, I like it. We get these coming out together. The sun and the Fool. The greatest part of these two cards is the realization, the optimism that you can start all over. And you hold all the keys. Love it. Looks like smoky quartz and carnelian. So citrine, smoky quartz, and carnelian. Those are going to be our stones. Let's get a Sacred Traveler Oracle, and then we'll pull from the Love and Relationships Affirmators deck. Far away places. Get ready for new horizons, my friends. We do keep getting a lot of travel cards lately, so whether this is travel in real life or just travel in your head, because, you know, go within or go without, right? And it comes out with stepping into your power. You are strong beyond measure. Ooh, I like that. What other affirmations do you have for us? Distant thunder. We did get the Thunder Beings card too. Clear the air. So what needs to be said needs to be said. Written or otherwise. And let go of. Indeed. And discovering the truth. In not telling, you may discover something you didn't already know, right? You stand in the light of truth. Okay. Grounding, again. Go deep. Explore your roots. There's another Ancestors card. Yeah, but it will be a voyage of the heart, right? Love flows through you and to you. Because you are the culmination of the love of all of your ancestors, right? I love it. Let's get one more. We'll use the bottom of the deck, and we'll read all those together. They will be our affirmation going into 2020. We get passion and pleasure. Doesn't that look like a bit of a celebration? And it says savor your life. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, let's get these together. The message is get ready for new horizons, Magic Family. You are strong beyond measure. Clear the air. You stand in the light of truth. So go deep and explore your roots. Love flows through you and to you. So savor your life. Fucking love that. How about we read the Savor Your Life card? So passion and pleasure. Oops. All right. So the Savor Your Life card says, find joy in the moment, no matter what is occurring in your life. If you simply focus on what is splendid, wonderful, and pleasurable in the moment, everything improves. Live deliciously, love often, and live fully. Cherish your friendships. Fill your life with the people, experiences, and places that give you delight and joy. Let go of those people and things that don't appreciate or empower you. Give yourself permission to be happy, because happiness is your birthright. Hello, baby. I love you. Glad you're here. All right, so let's switch decks again. My goal is to get through all of these. We're going a little bit faster than I wanted to. I gave us 2.5 hours, but we may not use all of that time. So, okay, let's see. Love and relationships. That's what we were asking about next, wasn't it? This is one of Angel Fish's favorite decks. She loves this little narwhal. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh, we got one. We got a jumper. It is maturity. So we should approach all of our loving relationships with maturity. We are going to make peace with the tough relationships of our past. We probably would have skipped the pain they came with, but we're grateful for the lessons they brought us. Because of those tough relationships, we can look back at the mosaic of our life and see value in even the most broken pieces. Amen to that, right? I believe we were talking about that earlier. And let's get another one. Compliments. Compliments go a long way, right? Often they're the thing that make us feel most appreciated. So we know how good it feels to get a compliment. So we give that gift to others. We're going to find a nice compliment for everyone we interact with today and every day, even if we have to think really hard about it. In which case, we can follow up by complimenting ourselves for solving such a compliment puzzle. Wow, we're skilled. And the bottom of the deck. Ownership. And in that way, we can take ownership for creating our loving relationships, right? Through compliments and maturity. I love the message. So we take ownership for how we make others feel, and we do our part to repair any bridges we might have burned, or perhaps even lightly singed. And if bridge mending feels impossible, then we can start small. Instead of becoming a bridge architect, maybe we'll just skip the bridge and walk the long way around. Taking ownership is great for burning calories. I love it. I love it. All right. So, take ownership in your relationships and start creating them through loving moments. I like it. All right, let's get some cards out of the Wanda Tarot, and we have a hider. We're gonna pull that out because that one left in there. The Son of Cups from the Wild Unknown. A gift we have yet to receive, but we may receive message of. I like that a lot. All right. The Wanda Tarot. Let's see what she has to say to us. This is my oldest and most expensive deck. Eventually I'm going to replace it. But for now, I just stole this one back from my daughter. All right. And the Wanda Tarot gives us, a reappearance of the Chariot. Here you see the confidence in this card. We are the kings and queens of our own castle, are we not? The creators of our own reality, sovereign beings in our own right. Harness it. And there we have the Hangman, 12. And I don't even need to acknowledge what that means. Enlightenment. The Hangman is enlightenment. Enlightenment of our own ability to create how and what we choose. Beautiful. Let's see, what's next? Ooh, Deviant Moon. What does the Deviant Moon Tarot have to add to this? Oh my goodness. That one and this one right here. We get the 10 of Cups. Fucking yeah. The ultimate in abundance. The realization of all of our dreams coming true. If we choose. Right? But we first have to choose that abundance. And that's what we do with the 9. So the only thing holding us back is ourselves. Remember, if you don't like what you see, choose again. The Dragon Tarot just threw a card at me. Where'd it go? I lost it. It threw something at me. No, maybe not. Weird. It felt like something fell. If it did, it disappeared in ether. Yeah, it's dragon time. This is by Nigel Suckling. I love this deck. And we get, it's hard to read. Ooh, the star. Ooh, I like it. So the star is number 17. Okay, so we have our first 8 showing up. I like it. The star is about us having a complete balance, knowing as above, so below, right? Within, or so within, so without. The same thing. And it's this realization, right? Ooh, the next one is 3. We'll drop the rest of the deck on the floor. And we get the Fool again, right? We know we are journeying out on this new adventure. But we're doing it with that knowing. The Page of Cups. So the Son of Cups yet again. We're doing it knowing we have this gift to give. And then we're going out to give it, right? The Knight of Cups. This is us taking the action that goes with the being. So first you have the being, and then you have the doing, right? Because we're human beings, not humans doing. Like it. Let's get a Rumi card. Ooh, we get a red. Okay. It says, if it is love you are looking for, take a knife and cut off the head of fear. Nice. In other words, if you're looking for love, fear is not where you're going to find it, obviously. Ooh. And we get 3 more. We get open your eyes and you will see at last. He is walking in your garden like the breeze at dawn. Your decision, right? Fall into his hands and you'll weep like a cloud. Run from him and you'll freeze over like the snow. And after despair, many hopes flourish, just as after darkness, thousands of suns open and start to shine. Right? After you complete this dark night, what happens? You get to be your own personal star, right? The realization that you are the only one that you need to live up to. And your opinion is the only one that really matters on whether or not you're living up to it or not. So how do you feel about you? It's the best question ever. So let's get an Everyday Witch Tarot. And it's already flipping out. And we got this card this morning. The Six of Pentacles. Share your gifts with the world, no matter what it is. And the Steampunk Tarot says, we get the Seven of Cups. The choice is yours. But choose, because not choosing is still a choice. It's choosing to just settle. And that's a really big bargain. All right. I have 2 decks left. We're going to get some cards out of the Affirmators deck. And then I'm going to pull cards for everybody who is still in the chat. There are 7 of you out of the Soul Coaching deck. All right. So please do the requisite lineup via emoji and hold your comments for just a moment. All right. Our first Affirmators card is Wonder. So, Magic family, it's a wonderful thing to be in a state of wonder, right? And when I'm a good audience to my life becomes better and better theater. When something delightful happens, we can shout encore and be tickled when it happens again. When something maddening happens, we can laugh it off. Either way, we're glad we got tickets to the show, right? What you focus on will grow. Ooh, oh my goodness. That was like all the cards. How many you got here? All right. We could do that. So we got wonder and trust as the answer to our question, right? Trust. Because we trust that everything will be okay in the end. Partly because we simply know it in our gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener, right? Yes. Oh my goodness, this is a lot of cards. No. Okay. That's way too many. We're going to put these back in there and try that again. So we got wonder, trust, and spontaneity. I love it. So we got, do you like spontaneous adventures of the highest caliber? The only acceptable answer to this question is yes. So buckle up, Charlie. You're about to take a wild ride through the unexplored, unconventional, and underrated. You're about to learn that yes is a magic word with the power to unlock new dimensions in space, time, and after-hours hangouts. Yes will lead you to experiences you didn't think possible and teach you that lifelong friendships are sometimes lurking just behind a karaoke singer's mullet. And it came out with magic. Of course it did. Because we believe in magic. We see evidence of it all the time. And though the tricks can probably be explained away by something sensible and ordinary, we'd rather not ruin the fun. Other people can fill their days with mere coincidence. I'll fill mine with, holy crap, that's unbelievable. Because it is. Right? So is. All right. I'm going to start pulling personal cards, guys. Everybody ready? All right. We got Mimi, Nara, Angelfish, Kathy. Right? Oh, I've been doing that. Actually, it's just from talking so much, to be honest. And the winter or the weather's changing around here again. We're raining every day, and I just need more sunshine. You know, the Pacific Northwest is not exactly known for its sunny days. All right. Let's see. All right, we're going to start with you, Mamie. And there's Sue. Right? Is Gingy still in here? I have 5 of you that I know are in here still. But they're showing 7. Ooh, there's your card, Mamie. All right, perfect. That's a wisdom. Oh, my wise, beautiful friend. I love this card for you. All I truly need is within me. That's an amazing reminder. All right. Mamie, wisdom. So, the cup of wisdom is being presented to you, Mamie. Listen to the coincidences, signs, and synchronicities around you. Watch for messages from your angels and guides. Enlightenment is growing within you in mysterious ways beyond your awareness. Sit on the earth and allow her wisdom to fill you. Your soul wants you to know your wisdom has not only come from your joyous, carefree times, it's also bloomed from your failures, defeated dreams, and seemingly wrong turns in life. Cherish every experience, for all of it has deepened your wisdom, compassion, and understanding. Also, know that there's an innate wisdom within you, always. It's simply a matter of being still and turning within in order to access it. Sometimes you may be so focused on the future or what's outside of you that you forget that wisdom is available to you now. Because all you truly need is within you. Love it. All right. Nara. Ooh, there's your card right here. Nara, you get Awakening. The Awakening card. I like that card. It sounds to me that is perfect for you, actually, considering our conversation. All right. Nara, it's time to wake up. Step out of your routine and notice what's truly occurring around you. Don't be lulled into complacency. Awaken your potential and power. Move, shake, and take action. You're opening to your true spiritual path. Your soul wants you to know the forces of the universe are propelling you in the direction of your destiny. You're awakening to your higher self and spiritual vibrations. This card appears when you're ready to be aware and notice things as they really are. Take off your blinders. See what's important in your life and search for the essence of what's true, authentic, and real. Remember, you are joyously awake and aware and ready for anything. I love it. Okay. Angelfish. I'm still missing one. There's one in here who has not chimed in on the chat. Oop. There's your card, Angelfish. Oh, I'm going to pee. You're going to pee too. What'd you get? Surrender. All is well. I surrender to my inner guidance. Did you hear that, Angelfish? Oh, universe, you're so cheeky. All right. Here we go. Angelfish, let go and let God. All is well. You don't have to do it all alone. Release negative thoughts about yourself, for your life is divinely guided. Your soul wants you to know letting go can heal the need to be in control, the stress of unfulfilled expectations, the anguish of demanding how things should be, and the tension of wanting others to act in particular ways. These things constantly lead to disappointment and unhappiness. Although there's a time to hold on as if your life depended on it, there's also a moment to just let go. Now is the time to surrender. Remember that you aren't yielding to a force outside yourself. You're giving into your soul. By releasing your hold, you're allowing the creative forces of the universe to spiral through you. You're permitting the Creator to give you direction and inspiration. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Help is all around you. Open your heart and let it in. Remember, all is well, even as you surrender to your own inner guidance. And no, the universe rarely minces words, my love. All right. I think it was Sue next, right? Or Kathy. Nope, Kathy and then Sue and then Gingy. And I'm still missing the 7th. Now we have 8 in here. So who else is in here now? Ooh, holy crap. All right. Kathy, let's get your card. There we go. Kathy, your card is Passion. Ooh, I love this one. I passionately accept and love myself. I like it a lot. And there, I just happened to open right up to it. Weird. All right. Kathy, you got Follow Your Bliss. Discover what you absolutely love to do or be. And then, like an arrow directed at its target, don't let anything stop you from fulfilling your passion. Exuberant emotions are coming to you, perhaps in the form of a romance. Your soul wants you to know if you're having difficulty discovering what you're passionate about, go back into your childhood and remember what gave you joy then. If you loved to dance as a child, sign up for a movement class. Better yet, put on music and boogie in the living room to your soul's delight. If you adored your crayons, then pull out those colors and splash their bright hues from one side of the page to the other. If you enjoyed observing the insects in your backyard. Maybe sign up for a nature study course. Once you are clear on what you are passionate about, do whatever it takes to follow that. Don't wait until it's too late. Many people declare that they'll follow their passion when they retire or have extra time, and consequently, they never experience the absolute exuberance of life. Do it now. If not now, when? Live your life with passion. And remember, you passionately accept and love yourself as well. I love it. Okay. Now, Sue. Sue. Right? Exactly. If not you, then who? Okay. Sue, then Gingy. And I'm still missing 2 in here. Sue, you get you get the love card. I love this one. So, I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. Love it. All right. Sue, you get the love card. Oops. Too far. There we go. All right. All right. Sue, open your heart to receive. Love is on its way. You are more cherished than you can possibly know. It's a day for rejoicing. You are a sacred vessel for eternal love to flow through. Your soul wants you to know there's nothing that you need to do to deserve this love. Who you are is enough. So let it flow to you, for you are the beloved, just as you are. All of your life's experiences are part of a spiritual evolution toward the realization that we are all love. God is love. And in your essence, so are you. In matters of romance, all is healing, or is already healed. On the inner planes, your beloved is nearby, so be open. Your angels, guides, spirit guardians, and allies adore and cherish you always and forever. So remember, you are wonderful, and you receive and give love today and always. I love that. Even better. So, all right, there's 2 more people in the chat. I got Gingy left, and then who else? All right, let's get your card, Gingy. No, not that one. Gingy. Where's your card? There's your card. Right there. And Gingy, you get energy. Ooh, I love this card. It says healing energy and immense vitality flow through me easily and effortlessly. Ah, Merlin. Should I pull in my card, Angelfish? We're still missing 1 more, though, I think. Besides Merlin. I'm not sure who it is. Maybe... No, I already pulled Nara, so... Okay, I will. Anybody have any idea who the other person is? Oh, Dorothy! Would she be listening and not be able to chat? That could be. You're right, I didn't pick one for Dorothy. I'll pick one for her, too. Okay, so, Gingy, you get energy. Vitality, health, healing, and passion. These qualities are expanding in your life, Gingy. You're a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. Your ability to sense energy fields is increasing dramatically. Your soul wants you to know when you hold back and repress what you feel, your body and spirit become drained. When you try to please everyone and deny yourself, your life force wanes. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field becomes dull, allowing your emotions and needs freedom to be spontaneously expressed. However, causes waves of energy to expand inside of you. Running on your own resources, it's easy to become drained. However, letting the divine light of the Creator flow through you easily replenishes your soul. Remember, Gingy, healing energy and immense vitality flow through you easily and effortlessly. Nice. Let's see. Merlin, and then I'll pull one for Dorothy because I think she was the other one in here. Right? The universe knows. I had no idea you were sick. Hope you get better soon. It definitely seems to be looking up for you. All right. Merlin's card is Simplicity. Ooh. Deep, profound serenity is expanding in your life, Merlin. I do like that. More than likely it's brought in by angelfish. All right. Simplicity. Of course we don't, but we need it. All right. Merlin, do what matters and release the rest to find peace, grace, and stillness. Clear your internal and external clutter. Your soul wants you to know one of the fastest ways to align with the tranquil vibrations of the Creator is through simplicity. A busy life and the accumulation of more than you need creates static. It can be difficult to hear the voice of God when there's mental chaos in your life. Create time to rest and rejuvenate. Clear the clutter in your home, the files in your computer, and the drawers at work. Even a small amount of this cleansing can make an immense difference, create a feeling of simplicity, and help you know God's grace. Remember, Merlin, deep, profound serenity is expanding in your life. I love it. All right, one more for Dorothy.